Okay, welcome back to the channel. Spoiler alert, you'll see the engine's back in the car, but you'll see what exciting ways we get to do in that. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. A little bit of progress on this video. It's been a while since I'm putting videos out. I'm trying to get them about one a week if I can, so the content's going to be little bits here and there rather than a whole load done at once. So you'll see a little bit of progress in this video and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please thumbs up and share and all that, and I hope you enjoy this one. Somebody appears to have painted the underside of this. Smart move. This is pretty manky. I think I need to give this a proper wash, I think. Okay. And there appears to be some sort of washer job on there as well, rubber washer type arrangement that is manked away. Not sure whether these are, I'll have to buy a set of these now. Okay, righto, we are ready to put the engine back in the Escort. So we're all tarted up. Just a bit of a clean off. I haven't worried too much about painting the block or anything. I'm not that precious. The cam cover I've given a bit of red to make it look a bit prettier, and the front just cleaned up a bit so it looks a bit more presentable in the engine bay. So we're just waiting for Ashley and Connor to arrive now. They're going to give me a hand to lift the car so we can drop it back in again. Nice new clutch sleeve on there, arrived today. Lovely. Lovely. Right, thank you lads. So same as last time, lift. I'll pull the jack stands out then push the engine in, and then hopefully we can drop it there or thereabouts so we can get a couple of bolts in.
Yeah, really cool.
Right,
Happy.
Go for it.
Is that right?
Just a tad higher. That's it. Right. Just a touch. Okay. Back just a touch again. Right. Okie dokie. Let's get some bolts in there. We should be able to let go of it. The engine is in. Thank you, Ashley and Connor. Very kind of you to come and give me a lift, literally. So we're all bolted in now, all lined up. Gearbox is in. Happy days. Let's have a look at the cam cover gadgets. So I've got a new, get off. Got a new gasket for it, which you can see sort of plonked on loosely in there. But I didn't realise that these need special washers. So I've been waiting for those to come in the post, and they finally arrived. Now, if I realised this, I could have saved myself about 10 quid by buying a gasket and washer set in one go. But trying to be clever, I got that wrong. Now, looking at these, they look like they'll fit in there in the cap like that. That's what makes sense to me. And then when they're pushed through, you can go on, have a plate. Or do they go the other way around? Now that makes sense to me, to go that way around. And then you push them through from the other side, and they sort of get encapsulated by a bit of the gasket there. So let's see if I can get that to happen. Okay, that makes sense. Let me try one on the other way around. You see they've got a bevel on them. As I say, it makes sense to me that they go that way, but does it go that way? I wonder. Let's try one on and see what it looks like. No, that doesn't look right to me. Okay, so I think I got them right. If you know better, or if you're a Ford technician and you're used to this sort of thing, let me know. Right, before I get carried away in doing all of those, I really need to cut a hole in the side of this for the breather. So that means I really should take that off and take the gasket all off so I can give it a good rinse off afterwards. That seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm doing things backwards. Right, gasket back off. And let's make a hole in it. Okay, first things first, let's take this little splash shield out. It's the one that's missing. Let's try that one. Oh, I'm gonna have to find it. Bother. Right, let's see if one of these fit. 5.5, that's what I reckon it is. Lovely. Super duper. Good job, took that off and it's full of gunk. Okay, I'll make sure I give that a good clean as well before I put it back together. Right, next job. Where put a hole in that? I wonder. Fantastic. That's my next 4 hours organised to pick up all my sockets and work out where to put them. Bother. Right, okay, let's ignore that just happened. The carbs live there-ish. So I think we want to be putting our breather right in the end over there, which we can definitely do. That will fit there nicely. There's a bit of plumbing, love a bit of plumbing. About there. No doubt many of you are going to complain about this and say I should use AN fittings and so forth and such like. Well, you're probably right. But this is what I got to hand, and it's a fitting I'm definitely used to. Right, want to step drill through there, then we can get that into place. What metal this is? Anybody knows, let me know. It seems to be different to aluminium. I wonder if it's magnesium. Super. I should have sorted this thread out first, shouldn't I? That's a bit late now. Just have to go for it. Best backhoe spanners on the works van. Oh, I've got some cheap, nasty Chinesium things. Let's go with the cringiest way possible of doing this, especially for a plumber. If I was watching me doing this, I'd be cringing. So all you plumbers out there watching and cringing, I'm sorry. There we go. Lovely. We can do something with that. Right, this is why you should check things first. Not rush in like a bull in a china shop, because we now have a problem. I now have a problem, which is entirely self-inflicted. That won't fit on there now because that is catching on that. Hey, joy. And it catches on the splash shield, which sits over those, like that. That now won't fit in there. So I have some thinking to do. My initial thinking is tack that with a Dremel or a slitting disc. Just cut it out the way, because it's not going to hold anything major. It's just going to let pressure out. So I think we'll be alright with that. If I leave this set off, get a slitting disc in there and trim that away. As long as I don't trim away too far into the flange side of it, we should be okay. Because of course most of that is just so you can get a spanner on there to tighten it up. Yes, that sounds like a plan. I will do that once that's set off. And now I'm going to go watch Formula 1. Okay, next day, this is set off. And overnight I've had time to think about this. Don't like it. Which many of you are probably already screaming at the TV about that. Or your phones or tablets or computer screens, whatever you're watching this on. So I'm going to take this apart again. My idea now is to lay this down so it's just a thin flange there. It doesn't need to do anything too massive. And on this side, I am thinking of perhaps even laying the thread off of this and using that as my stub for my pipe. So I can put an elbow on that, so that's on the car like that. Then I can put a silicone elbow straight on that and head it off over here somewhere. Maybe a catch tank arrangement in this corner. We'll see what sort of space we got when we come to it. Or even around the back and across to pick up the, because you have to pick up a catch tank from down that hole down there as well. So, but worry about that later on in the line. But I think we can make this nicer. Close your eyes. My best spanners are still in the van. It's fine. So almost did that then. So fine, this will be stuck fast now. I've got to get the thing off. There she comes. Lovely, clean that up later. Ooh. Ah. Fantastic. Well, it shows you where to lay it to, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks promising. So, take the front of that off. Okay. Rightio. Let's thin that down. So what I'm going to do is just quickly chuck this in the cam now to see if it fits first of all. And I might, there's plenty of meat there, could take a bit more of that off even again. Okay, I think we can take it down to that level there, just to give us a bit more. Yeah, there's plenty there, so I can skim that straight off there, I think, to that level. Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Because I'm going to have to trim the splash guard to go around that, so less there is of that, the less I have to trim the splash guard. Oh, that's wobbly. Let's sort that out. Yes. Now what you're thinking now, how am I going to do it up? I'll worry about that when we get to it. There's bound to be a way. Okay, that'll do nicely for inside the engine. Well, that's kind of the idea, but I want to get that back to about there. Okay, I have a cunning plan which involves some washers, so I can space this out on the chuck. Let's have a look. Okay, don't let go of them, Dave. Now then, that looks promising. Right, that's about as thin as I think I dare go. That's still okay, right, let's give that a clean off on the end. Yeah, that looks a bit prettier. And just the hose straight onto that. We probably could do with a bevel on the end of there, but it's only, I suppose I could put a couple of barbs on it. But it's only a breather, you know, it's not going to take major pressure. And that's working so far. So the next $1 million question is this, which needs to have a little trim out with there. Seem to have mislaid my black pen, so a red pen it is. So I reckon if we mark that off there and just take that little notch off the corner of that, we'll be alright. There's not much going to spray up into there. It'll be fine. Well, interesting, this is having a different effect to what I expected. So instead of grinding through it, it's actually pushing the metal in, which might actually work for us to keep the splash shield capabilities. The actual rotating bits are here, so this is just about keeping away from a post clamp. Let's have a look. Right, I think we're on to something. So that's everything clipped into place, not screwed back in place. Obviously going to give this a good cleaning now. And that's now avoiding our fitting. And that will fit onto there nicely. So we've got plenty of waggle there as well with it. So I think we're on to a winner. Lovely. Right, let's clean this up and put it all back together. Righto, all cleaned up, dried off, ready to go. So let's start reassembling. Right, $1 million question is, how am I going to tighten this up? Remember, there's always a way, you just got to think about it. And this doesn't have to be stupid tight, it just has to be there. Lovely. And the good news is this, even though I dropped this everywhere, I didn't lose my little screws. Super! Now we can start putting this on. I'm going to resist the urge of putting sealant with this. I don't really like doing that if I can avoid it. In my head, this should work without having to add sealant to it. If it doesn't, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Lovely, yeah, that looks much better. Right, let's do these one at a time. Yeah, I think we're on to a winner here. It took hours somebody come up with this hateful design. Last one's always the most difficult. Why is that? Why is that? I gotcha. Lovely. Right, so no idea what torque these should be down at. No doubt they have a particular setting. I probably should get my little torque wrench out and set it for about 20 is my guesstimate. Right, let's find out. Let's ask Google. Okay, this will be the first time I've used this. It's in 2 stages, 2 Newton meters, then 7 Newton meters. This goes down to 12 Newton meters. Well, I want them all to be even. So I'm going to go with a lower setting on this. Work out how to use the thing. There we go. Oh, we'll go down lower. There's Newton meters. That's 15, so 5 is probably the lowest it'll go to. Okay, let's go with that. I think we should go from the centre out as well. Okay, and then up to about there. Right, okay, that's the cam cover cleaned up with a breather attached and in place and torqued down, ready to go. I think that's enough progress for one episode. So in this episode we have managed to get the engine in, get it all back lined up again, tidied up, and got a bit of ready to go yet. So the legs should go on, which are over there somewhere. I want to convert those to coilovers, so that's upcoming. I also have a couple more jobs to do on here, or we can still get the stuff. I've just got the exhaust in for now, just so it's I could see where that was going, because I've got a lambda sensor I want to attach down there somewhere, and make you can just about see in there the side and the hole in the block ready for the block breather. So I need to fabricate something for that too. So a little bit of progress on this video. Thanks again to the lads for helping me get the engine back in the car. It's so much easier with when you're mob handed. So big thumbs up for that. Appreciate that very much. So you see the progress. Got engines in, cam covers tidied up. Progress on there. Breather port added. So happy days. Some of you guys will like it. Some of you guys won't like it. It's my car, so I'll build it my way. If you do enjoy this, please subscribe, please thumbs up, and a big thank you to those that do. It makes a huge difference to the channel, and it does help. I'm not, obviously don't earn big money off of it, otherwise I'd give up my job. But hey ho, I don't think that's going to happen. But it does give me enough just to tickle over and buy consumables and keep things going. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.